what's up, America? Donald Trump going nuts over the Epstein files, saying he doesn't want our support anymore.
Oof, Trump supporters, are you okay? It's been a really rough morning for you. Your guy, Donald Trump, has already called you weaklings.
He just called every MAGA voter stupid.
We're not gonna play with these anymore. MAGA hats are off. America First hats are on. Burn, baby, burn. This is a great representation of what's left of MAGA.
Trump is now calling it the Epstein hoax, after Congress blocked Ghislaine Maxwell from revealing the Epstein list. But not before he wrote all of this morning. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, and my past supporters have brought this bullshit hook, line, and sinker. The radical left Democrats have hit pay dirt again. Just like with the fake and fully discredited Steele dossier, the Line 51 intelligence agents, the laptop from hell, which the Dems swore had come from Russia, no, it came from Hunter Biden's bathroom, and even the Russia scam itself, a totally fake and made-up story used in order to hide crooked Hillary Clinton's big loss in the 2016 presidential election. These scams and hoaxes are all the Democrats are good at. It's all they have. They are no good at governing, no good at policy, and no good at picking winning candidates. Also, unlike Republicans, they stick together like glue. Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, and my past supporters have brought this bullshit hoax, line, and sinker. They have learned their lesson and probably never will, even after being conned by the lunatic left for 8 years. And now, moments ago, he's being quoted as saying, U.S. President Trump says the Epstein files are a hoax and anyone talking about it are stupid people. Okay, so people who are college educated and asking questions are now stupid? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments.
So your boy Trump losing it, huh? Calling his MAGA supporters losers, huh? Okay, let's talk about it. Trump is literally saying that all of his MAGA supporters who believe the Epstein list are losers. And he blames it on Democrats, okay? He is now saying that Democrats have done this. We've created this Epstein hoax, and that he doesn't understand why we want to be into something that's so boring. Baby, if y'all don't understand what the fuck this is, if y'all MAGA supporters are not understanding that the person that y'all put all your eggs in their basket now has stumped on that fucking basket, okay? He is telling y'all in y'all face, don't believe what you obviously know to be true. Believe me, it was them. They made this up. Don't believe those photos. Baby, y'all got Mr. 47, right? With all of his felonies, all of his bankruptcies, and now this. Y'all knew this man was dealing with them damn young girls. Y'all knew he was Epstein's friend, but yet and still, somehow, that didn't matter. And now he is now attacking y'all. He is now attacking his own supporters. Didn't we tell y'all this would happen? Weren't you told? This is called lack of, comprehension skills, okay? Y'all do not comprehend very well. This man was able to play y'all out of the sentencing that he deserved after his conviction to make y'all vote for him as president. And then he played in y'all face. And y'all are the ones that are losing big with this big, beautiful bill. Fuck. Can't make this shit up. That's it.
You think you were pissed off when Hillary Clinton called Trump supporters deplorables, but now the president himself is calling his own supporters names. From the Oval Office just a few minutes ago, President Trump called his own supporters stupid, foolish weaklings for believing that there is a Jeffrey Epstein list, or he's calling it the Jeffrey Epstein hoax that just won't go away. Now, sticks and stones may break your bones, but do you believe that these words from the president will hurt him with his own supporters and the massive mega movement? Let me know in the comments. Oh, and don't forget to follow. And if you want to hear my unfiltered opinion on this topic, go ahead and smash that subscribe button.
Oof, Trump supporters, are you okay? It's been a really rough morning for you. Your guy, Donald Trump, has already called you weaklings for caring about Jeffrey Epstein. He said he doesn't want your support anymore. Ouch. And now this.
This morning, you mentioned past supporters when you were talking about the Epstein issue. Does that mean that you're effectively disowning any supporters who are now calling?
I lost a lot of faith in certain people, yeah. I lost, because they got duped by the Democrats.
He was just asked if he was disowning you, and he said yes. Ugh, I'm sorry, that's gotta really hurt. Also, he thinks you're really stupid. I love that he's trying to now blame this on Democrats when it was him and his people, Dan Bongino, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, who have been talking about this relentlessly, but suddenly they got 3 minutes out of the Epstein video and you guys figured it out, and now they're like, there's nothing to see here. I'm sorry they think you're so dumb. I know you're not. Maybe it's time to reassess. Also, you know what I just found out today? According to Epstein himself, he's the one who introduced Donald Trump and Melania. He did. That's, woof, it's kind of icky, isn't it? Kind of sucks when you find out that your guy is the deep state.
Donald Trump called his supporters weaklings. He said they are weaklings and dumb if they keep talking about Jeffrey Epstein. He says Epstein, the story is bullshit and everyone should move on. It's a big scam. And this is crazy. It's a very long message. You can read it for yourself right here if you want to take a screenshot or pause it. But Trump supporters, think about what this means. He's comparing the Jeffrey Epstein files to the laptop from hell from Russia, and the Steele dossier, and he's comparing it to the 2020 election and 2016 election. All these other conspiracies you believe in. These are all situations where Donald Trump lied to you, but you never asked any questions because you trusted your president and your government blindly. You never asked for any evidence of the 2020 election. You believed it was stolen. You never asked for any evidence of Jeffrey Epstein. Now we don't know what to believe. Donald Trump acts really shaky when this topic comes up, and he's comparing it to these other situations, which these are fake. These never happened either, but you have been propagandized. Pick one. Donald Trump is either on the list, he's in these videos, and something crazy happened, or every single thing Trump has said is a complete lie, and he used this case of so many children being abused for political gain. Either way you cut it, it makes Donald Trump extremely terrible and a disgusting human being. He is not your savior. Please drop a like, repost this video so more people see it, and follow my page.
President Trump wants the Jeffrey Epstein outrage to go away, but some of his most loyal supporters aren't ready to let it go. They're demanding that the DOJ release government files from the investigation into Epstein. And Trump was lashing out at critics today, calling them, quote, stupid Republicans and past supporters who've fallen for the Epstein hoax and scam. He's also trying to shift blame to Democrats, even though it's his own allies, including FBI Director Kash Patel and his deputy Dan Bongino, who had for years stoked conspiracy theories about Epstein and fired up the MAGA base. Now, shortly after becoming Attorney General, Pam Bondi promised people they would get answers, seemingly claiming that she had a list of Epstein's clients. But then last week, she said there was no list and that she was never referring to a list, but to the broader case file. The DOJ and the FBI released a memo last week saying the Epstein case was closed. Now, like many New York celebrities, Trump had ties to Epstein. When Epstein was arrested in 2019, Trump said they'd had a falling out and hadn't spoken in 15 years. And when ABC News asked Trump yesterday whether Bondi told him if his name was in the Epstein file, Trump said no, and that she's given us just a very quick briefing. So Democrats say this is a crisis of the Trump administration's own making. Conspiracies around Epstein had really become a driving force of the MAGA movement. It was seen as a promise to take down the so-called corrupt elite and what they believed were and believe are nefarious acts covered up by the so-called deep state. And now that Trump is in power, parts of his base and some MAGA influencers feel betrayed by the decisions made by this administration.
I'd rather talk about the success we have with the economy, the best we've ever had, and all of the things we've done, including the Middle East. I mean, you see it. Instead, they want to talk about the Epstein hoax. And the sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people.
Now we're stupid people? Oh, that's interesting. Were we stupid people when we supported you? Were we stupid people when the system was trying to charge you and bankrupt you and say all these wild things about you? Oh, Mr. President, you thought we were like liberals. You thought you can tell us anything, do anything, and we wouldn't hold you accountable. You called us weak, but we're strong. And one thing we're not going to let you do is pin this on Democrats. It was all you who made those promises, not the Democrats, not Joe Biden. They didn't even want to touch it. They were fine with leaving it the way it was. But you, Mr. President, stepped up and said you're going to be the poster child to stop corruption. You remember that? Drain the swamp. You know, not the average bureaucrat. You said that. So no, we're not stupid people. MAGA is very intelligent, and we hold those accountable. Now, you got some supporters of MAGA. They'll support you if you even cut off their hand. But the majority of us, we're very, very smart people. Just remember that, Mr. President.
Hey, what's up, America? Donald Trump going nuts over the Epstein files, saying he doesn't want our support anymore. Yes, apparently Donald Trump has melted down over the Epstein files, saying that he can't believe anybody's believing this bullshit, and to his followers that believe it, he doesn't want our support anymore. So, Mr. President Donald Trump, who I've been supporting for quite some time, yet I believe I want to see the Epstein files. The reason we won't stop talking about it is because it involved chomos! What the fuck? And I don't care if you think it's wrong or right or fake or real. What it looks like on the surface is that you're protecting child diddlers. That's what it looks like on the surface. That may not be the truth, but it looks like it on the surface. These are the same problems we had with Joe Biden and his shitty staff. So you have to understand, Donald Trump, one, we don't trust the government. So generally when you say that there's nothing to see here, all of us say, hey, look, there's something to see there. And then two, since 2019, we've been talking about this shit as if everybody had some type of evidence showing some shit. Even your own people that are in your administration said this shit. Only for you now to say that it doesn't exist, look the other way. Oh, and if you believe it, I don't want you to support me. I'm going to make this very clear to everybody. This issue is as important, if not more, than prices coming down for the American people. It's as important as getting illegal aliens out of the country. Because if there's celebrities, politicians, and world leaders who are diddling children and getting away with it, then this ain't the government for us. Matter of fact, we need to find any other means to find another government, regardless of how it happens. That is, if our government has gotten so corrupt that our justice and legal system is protecting child abusers. So do you understand why it's important?
He just called every MAGA voter stupid. MAGA and all Republicans, your supreme leader, your cult leader, just called you all stupid for believing in the Epstein files live on national TV.
I know you want to move past all this intrigue over the Epstein files, but I do want to ask you to clarify something you said this morning. You said this was all a hoax. Has your attorney general told you this was a hoax? What evidence have you seen?
No, it's not the attorney general. No, I know it's a hoax. It's started by Democrats. It's been run by the Democrats for 4 years. You had Christopher Wray and these characters and Comey before him. It's all been a big hoax. It's perpetrated by the Democrats, and some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net, and so they try and do the Democrats' work. No, it's I call it the Epstein hoax. They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously had some very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. The sad part is it's people that are really doing the Democrats' work. They're stupid people.
I call it the Epstein hoax. It's been a hoax perpetrated by Democrats, and some stupid Republicans and foolish Republicans fall into the net. They are stupid people. Your entire MAGA base, including people in your cabinet, people in your family, have talked about Epstein for years. That's all we've heard from them. Tom Hanks is on the Epstein list. Joe Biden's son's on the Epstein list. Jesus Christ himself is on the Epstein. That's all we've heard. He just called people in his cabinet like Dan Oingo Boingo, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, who've all tweeted multiple times about the Epstein files being real. He just called you stupid. He just called his own son, there's the tweet, about the Epstein files, stupid. Every MAGA influencer, every MAGA person I know talks about the Epstein list being real. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Laura Loomer, Rudy Giuliani, Laura, I'll jerk my boyfriend off of the Beetlejuice play Bober, Christy, I'll kill my puppy gnome. There's just scratches the surface of them. Vice President Eyeliner posted about. This is one of a couple that I could find. People I know talk about the Epstein list for 4 or 5 years now. I know MAGAs who sent me documents, fake documents. I mean, he called you stupid. Neighbor Grant, he called you stupid. Muscle Mike, he called you stupid. How does that make you feel? Keyboard Sean, he called you stupid. How does that make you feel? Bass player Chico, he called you stupid. Your supreme leader called you stupid for believing in the Epstein files. How does that make you feel? Ralphie Maz, Trump called you stupid. How does that make you feel? My old neighbor Chomkos, you both voted for him. He called you stupid. You sat at my dinner table and talked about the Epstein list with me, saying it's real and Tom Hanks was on it. He called you stupid. Your supreme leader called you stupid. How does that make you feel? Cousin Maria, he called you stupid. You sent me documents about the Epstein list. Cousin Robbie, he called you stupid. My own mother, he called you stupid for believing in the Epstein files. How does that make you all feel that the person that you worship, the supreme leader, the cult leader, called you stupid for believing in the Epstein files? Do you feel stupid? Need I remind everyone that Epstein was arrested in July of 2019 under Trump's watch. Trump was president for over 1.5 years after Epstein was arrested. It was under his watch that Epstein got investigated and arrested and died. So if it was a hoax, why bother arresting him in the first place? And if it's a hoax, why is his assistant, Miss Maxwell, sitting in jail right now? Here's more proof that Trump has dementia because he forgot that he was the one that appointed Fed Chair Powell, not Obama and not Biden. Trump was the one who appointed Powell. Nobody else.
He's a terrible Fed chair. I was surprised he was appointed. I was surprised, frankly, that Biden put him in and extended him.
You were surprised at yourself for appointing him? Because you put him in, Dementia Don. You put him in. I'm going to make a video tomorrow about this on Trump's hand, which is real, and his swollen ankles. That's not healthy. That'll be tomorrow.